to one official after another, Trey Grayson, say that they pushed back. They told then President Trump, there was no evidence of fraud. Was there? And then we heard the 61 out of 62 legal cases. Every one of them was rejected except for one. We heard there was a partial victory, but it in no way would have affected the outcome of the election. Again, we strain to understand what is at the basis of this continuing insistence on the part of the former president and his supporters that the election was stolen.
Well, it's a belief in the man who's been making the point, for the last couple of years, in President Trump. His advisors told him this wasn't the case. His lawyers, judges, the courts, the voters, the election administrators. Seeing his Republican advisors, that some of the top Republicans out there telling him no. Ben Ginsburg, one of the preeminent elections attorney in the Republican Party before his retirement, talking about how this legal process works. I mean, we gave it a chance to play out, to look for things. Was it a perfect election? Of course not. There are obviously some flaws, and there were mistakes here and there, and there are probably some illegally cast votes. That happens in every election. But as Ginsburg pointed out, it wasn't a particularly close election, and even with all these lawsuits, we couldn't find anything. And I would also add one of the frustrating things to me, because I get a lot of the emails as a Republican asking for money, was that all this money went to other purposes. It didn't go to pay for statewide recounts that could have reassured us in Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. The loser has the ability to ask that. The president didn't do that. He had the money to pay for it. He had the lawyers to file those claims. They didn't do it. And yet they still make these false accusations.
And to this day, do we know where that money went? Mm-hmm. That's the question.
Well, sounds like it went to a lot of advisor. Yeah, I mean, I think some of this is a money-making, a grift opportunity for some of these folks, for some of these opportunities. It's not also going to candidates. That's the other thing that's interesting is all the money, again, these emails and texts that you get, it's not going to support some of his preferred candidates. It's just sort of accumulating.